Hello there everyone, welcome back to another J2 video. In this video, we are going to play a special tower because we are finally doing the first soul-crushing tower of the entire series right here. And you probably know what it already is. It's the Tower of Difficulty chart. I'll be honest, you gotta practice the first 5 floors in order to get to intense quite consistently. Definitely practice the terrifying floor because that is the hardest floor. I'll be honest, I fucking hate this tower. It is my least favorite tower probably in the entire game. Because I don't really have a great relationship with it. And make sure to use these skips as I use, because why the fuck would you play this? Like, come on. Watch out for these spinners. They're quite true. Here, we're gonna have another skip right here. And you're ready at 4-4. Yeah, the first 5 floors I can't really say anything because they're really easy. And you're at 4-5. And watch out for these like semi-invisible platforms. They're on the wall, but you literally can't see them perfectly fine. Yeah, see, like you can see that. Some editors. Watch out for this. And now the commentary starts. So, we're at 4-6, which is the halfway point. Do a little skip right here so you don't have to play that. Press F. This corner clipping doesn't exist anymore. Watch out for health here, because the intense floor has a lot of kill bricks. Bro, come the fuck on. F-stud, and we're at a remorseless floor. Here, this is a slashy dance glitch. So, make sure to practice that and time it. Here, I did have front, time this jump. And we have the first sighting ladder flick of the entire tower. More ladder flicks. And go on the second one. Flick. Watch out for this spinner, because it is can collide through. You will fall. Here, jump from the X pusher into this hole. Now this. Here. D, A. Oh my fuck. Okay, now for this part, what you do is press. You shift lock, of course. D, A, D. And time it, of course. Here. Easy ladder flick. Put it as high as possible. Okay, bro. As high as possible. Okay, I do not know what the fuck is happening. Alright, thank God. Keep jumping. We'll wrap around. I'll time these jumps. And wrap around. Here you have a walk around, which works that you press with shift lock, W and A, and like hold at the wall or hug the wall. Do the same. Here we have more ladder flicks, cross flicks, and now you're at 4-8. I think this is the longest floor of the tower. It's the first soul crushing floor. It's actually mixed. Watch out for these. I didn't say, but these like outlined parts, these studs, are falling platforms. I think they're called implant studs. I'm not sure about that one. Here you don't have to worry. Now here, you kind of have to worry because you're at an outside section. So please do not fall. And yeah, we've done the outside section. Now for the spinner, make sure like this and just wrap around. Just treat that like a wrap around. Just ignore that it's a spinner. It's just a wrap around. Wrap around. Now we're at the extreme part of the tower, which is harder. Here, now we're gonna do some cross flicks. Alrighty. Now you've pretty much done the trust flicks. Now go as close as possible. Flick. Here for this jump, I recommend using T-post to make it easier. Now, this jump, of course, you cannot do it because you're going to hit your head. So what you have to do is going to ledge grab. And now go down on this ladder right here. Go down the side of the ladder. Now here, what I do, I just land on this. Then I go on this kill brick and just climb the ladder. That's what I do. I think it's the easiest. Watch out for this jump. You can hit your head and this will push you a little bit. Now we have the last conveyor. And yeah, she does a wrap around. Now for the spinning platform. As it spins around, go from the back like that. And you will absolutely make it perfectly. Flick. Wrap around to this truss. Go a little bit down. Truss flick. Go wrap around on the truss. Here. Don't get too close so you don't bump your head. Flick. Flick. That and flick. Now we're here. So you're gonna have to land on this. Here's the ladder. You're gonna flick down there. So flick. And you're down here. Now we have to do left-sided wraparounds. Pretty nasty. Oh, come on. Don't push me. Go up. Why did it take so long? Like, come on. Now do a really weird head hitter. Here and go on this conveyor. Go right here. And jump. 2 ladder flicks. Now we gotta glide. Watch out for your health here. You can take quite a bit of damage here. And come on. Why is it so slow? I'll make it faster. Yeah, this is what happens sometimes. So make sure to heal up. Have a healing item. Now jump on this truss. Here. Now for this truss, go down a lot. Because you can hit your head very easily. Go around. Now here, for this jump, is that. What I do is just move my camera either side. I do it from the left. Wiggle it a little bit. Now you're gonna wedge grab. Flick. Now this jump sucks. What you do is jump on this. I think I did it literally perfectly. If you don't know how, just go a little bit down and start like flicking. Now you're gonna do this quickly. Go on this ladder. Okay, and flick. And that is it. From this wraparound, you do a wraparound. Another wraparound. Long jump. I'm gonna heal up. Now here, you have conveyors. On this second conveyor, I do it from the front like this. Make sure to time it really well so you land on this truss. Now for this truss, I do a little flick. Go around. Just press shift and that's it. Flick up. Wrap around. Here. Flick up. I don't know why. Okay. Congrats. You have done the hardest floor of the entire tower. Definitely the hardest floor. It's definitely harder than catastrophic here. Here, make sure to use dot and comma. It's a line. Flick. Flick. By the way, don't use this shortcut. It's just... You're not gonna skip almost nothing. Long jump. I fucking see. Okay, yeah. I think... Let me see. Yeah, you would skip it to this jump. Yeah, you're just gonna skip barely anything. Alright, here. Go in between. Watch out for these. These fall. Alright, these are really fast falling platforms, so make sure. Jump from them. Here, you have a thin tightrope, but it's very easy. Here, these are shoving platforms. Yeah, these will shove you to your demise. So here you should time these. Gonna wait and go. Stay between. Stay in between. They just slightly press W and jump. Here, this is an easy ladder flick. Yeah, watch how it can bump your head. I think they actually made this easier back then. It was just a way bigger So you gotta press S slightly. Here, easy jumps. I can't really fail these now. Watch out, just wait. See? Just wait a bit. Click. And now you're at this part. I think if I remember correctly, you're gonna wait from this. Don't do this from the front. Do not do this from the front. You do it from the back. Click. And now you're gonna let it carry you. Go on this last part. And now right here, that's the part where you're gonna flick. Make sure it doesn't hit you. And flick. And you've done that. Here, I do this from the front. Ladder flick up. Here. Gonna wrap around. Here, go on this truss. You can go around like this, or you can do that same flick. Go slowly up. Go on this little thin stud, and now I'm gonna use ghost mode. How do you do this slowly? You're super close. You can jump, and now we have the last jump. Let's get that W victory royale, and bam! Holy crap! See, we have done a soul crushing tower right here, the tower of difficulty chart. They have a new win room, it looks like. You should be really proud of yourself for beating this tower. I think you should. Not a whole lot of people are able to actually do it, especially with how difficult the last 3 floors get. That is true, especially that terrifying floor. Holy, it's beautiful. Give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. This is a really big revamp from the last win room. And what does it say here? Good luck with any future soul-crushing towers that you may face. This is only the first of many you will be challenged by. That is true. And now I actually like that if you go up, if I look up, you can see that there's actually horrific and unreal here. If you don't know, Kata isn't actually the hardest difficulty in the tower. There's actually even a harder difficulty, but they're not cannon towers. So you go like up. Yeah, see, this is how it looks. Wow. So that was the tower of difficulty chart. The first soul crushing tower. We can see it right there. Will I recommend it as the first soul crushing tower? Probably not, if I have to be honest. I think you should do double trouble or maybe even thinning layers. Difficulty chart is bad for one reason, and I don't think it gives you the amount of skill that double trouble or thinning layers gives you. Because, you know, the first 6 floors, maybe even the remorseless floor, they're really easy. The only challenge comes from the last 3 floors. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to do it, you can do it as your first soul crushing tower, but I just wouldn't recommend it. The last tips that I would give you is really get consistent at the first 5 floors so you can get into intense, and make sure to practice the last 3 floors a lot, especially the floor 9 terrifying floor, because it is truly the hardest one there. It is easier than catastrophic by a lot, I would say. The Kata floor is really easy. If you want to see what you get, you will get a cool trail. You will get a difficulty chart trail. Right here, this is how it looks. I have to say, if I like this tower, no, I don't. I don't really like the gameplay of the tower because it's still better than the classic. Don't get me wrong, but I think it could be improved. I don't really like how the floors are really made. I don't get why terrifying is harder than catastrophic. I just don't get it. But I'm gonna stop yapping. I hope you will subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell to see my future content. And I'll see you guys at the next JTOH/ETOH episode or guide. And I hope to continue beating those soul crushing towers. I'll see you in the next video.